York's classic rock, Q1043.
TJ Miller is a comedian and actor who looks like a rock star. I mean, he just has the rock star look. He's got the rock star vibe.
Is it the sunglasses?
About him.
I don't know about that. I've heard movie star, but I've never heard rock star.
No, doesn't he look like a rock star? I mean, come on, let's be real.
Well, you guys are music people, so maybe I can understand that.
Well, you're a TV and movie actor, but I mean, you've got the rock star vibe.
I appreciate that, I guess.
And being here at the rock station.
That's what I'm saying. That's a high compliment.
Well, you're talking about the
from
people
the rock
who,
station,
who have sat in that chair and talked to Jim. I mean, Jim's talking to Pete Townsend tomorrow, so he's comparing you to people like Pete Townsend.
That's difficult to imagine. I am going to bring it up to my wife consistently during intercourse this evening.
Your hot wife.
I'm a rock star.
She is incredibly attractive. It's strange.
She is really attractive.
When we walk down the street, it looks like a Make-A-Wish program.
I want to know, did it scare you?
What?
Did it scare you being attracted to somebody so beautiful looking? So traditionally beautiful looking. I mean, she's really, really, your wife is really,
traditionally.
Jimmy's right here.
Traditionally attractive looking to me feels more like an Amish woman or somebody that's,
you know what I'm talking about.
She is classically beautiful. No.
Yes, she looks like a magazine cover, except she's a living, breathing,
she's a human person. So when I first looked at her, I was like, oh my good Lord. And I could not stop looking at her. But, I played it cool. And then she came to me, kind of explained everything. She came to me and she said, we were doing a show called The Chorus Line. It was a musical at our college, George Washington University. And she came up to me and she goes, hey, I have this line in the show. And she does. She played Maggie, the ballerina. And Maggie has one line that's comedic. So she has a bunch of lines, but there's one line that's a joke. And it's about her breasts. And she said, can you just help me learn, because you're so funny and you're in the comedy troupe. Could you help me work on that line and make it funny? And I thought, ooh, I'm in.
Well, look at
that's how he got in.
TJ, I just learned something.
Laugh him into bed.
I just learned something new. George Washington University, a chorus line. So you were in a chorus line. Does that mean you can also dance and sing?
Yeah, I can dance. Those are strong B plus A minuses.
B plus A minus is good. I mean, to be in a chorus line, you have to be able to dance and sing.
Yeah, I think I played Richie, the black character, and people are like, how did that work? I was like, well, nobody really.
It was a different time.
Well, no black.
It's called non-traditional casting.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. That's the way to go with it. It was only white people that really auditioned, so that was the problem. But I kind of played it. I said to the director, I go, how am I supposed to do? She goes, you're just like a person who grew up in kind of that environment and then always wanted to be that. And I was like, okay, I can guess that. Because when I went to high school, it was a mostly black and Latino high school. So I said, okay, I think I can play that vibe. Later, cut to, we would be at a party and we met the original Richie.
Oh.
From the original cast of Chorus Line.
Wow.
Original. He was wearing a caftan. He was fabulous. And Kate said, oh, my husband played you in a chorus line. We were in school. And he's like, oh, really? And I think he thought, I don't know what he thought, but he did not think she was going to bring me over. So she brought over me.
Let me go get him.
And he goes, you played me in chorus line? And I said, yeah. And he goes, I find that hard to believe. So that was a pretty fun moment. But he was great. He was so excited. But yeah, so I can sing a little bit. We've been joking about, we've been singing to each other a lot and fighting in song at home recently.
Fighting in song.
Yeah,
it adds a new dimension. It makes your, if you're going to have an argument with your spouse, it makes it a lot more fun if you do it in song.
Why did you leave the dishes in the sink? It's that type of vibe. But we were joking. We were laughing about that. So I guess I can sing and I can dance. I'm better at sort of popping and locking and hip hop dancing. But I did musicals. My high school teacher, my drama teacher in high school, Melody Duggan, who I credit really most of my success, she she made me do everything. So I was in the comedic play and I loved it, but I wasn't going to audition for like Oedipus Rex, the Greek tragedy. And she said, you have to. And I said, well, I don't. And then the musical season came around. She said, you're going to have to audition for the musical. And I sort of begrudgingly did it. And she put me in everything. And the reason was because she knew that it would make me a better comedian and quote unquote actor if I was well-rounded.
Well, you are an actor. I mean, you've been in a lot of TV shows and movies. And you do voice acting as well, which is really a fascinating thing.
Well, why do you say that? Your voice is...
But I'm not a voice actor. I just speaking to the
Besides
microphone.
the-
Well, you're acting like you're interested in me right now, so I think it's pretty good.
I don't portray characters, but I mean, I have friends who do that, you know, who do like voices in animated cartoons and stuff,
Yeah,
cartoon
of course.
voices. I mean, it's just amazing to watch them work and develop these characters vocally. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, it's wild. It is being in the studio and watching somebody do their thing, like in the voiceover booth when you're not in there,
Yeah.
or when you're in there. But it's just crazy. I've never seen him actually work with the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants, or like I think Harry Shearer, or some of the people.
Yeah,
that
well,
do
Harry's
the
been here,
Simpsons.
and Hank Azaria.
Yeah. I mean that's really Hank is the one because he can do so many different voices.
He can do conversations with himself,
Yeah, absolutely.
interrupting himself. I mean, it sounds like it's more than one person.
Yeah, but even because he plays many characters that interact with each other on The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very, very wild. But I like it because you get so many takes. You can do 20 or 30 takes, you know? Trevor's hard to see.
I know the camera's in the way today. But so what are you more interested in though? Because like when I think
I'm
of you,
interested in radio.
yeah, there you go. So am I. But when I think of you, I think of Deadpool and Silicon Valley, and then when I was saying to other people you were coming up, they got,
Silicon Valley. Look what he's got in his mind.
That's I was just going to try and make that joke. But you got there faster, Jim. That's why you're a Hall of Famer.
Silicon Valley would be
Silicon.
Silicon Valley would be
I can
Less Valley, more peaks.
yes.
See, that's why he's the comedian.
You know, it would.
Kelly, he's talking to you.
That's
Never on that one.
like when there's a famous movie that comes out and then there's a porn film that has a takeoff
that's
on the
great.
title. Okay, so
Instead of Pocahontas, it's
Trevor
Pocahontas.
Trevor Martin. Trevor Martin stars in Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
You know,
It's disgusting what I'll do for $50.
I know, 50.
But
yeah,
I
Silicon
have to have
Valley.
some kind of.
But you
self-respect.
mentioned, wait a second, Trevor, you mentioned the Deadpool movies. Those were the highest grossing R-rated films of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but would you rather be in a movie like that where you're playing a character, or do you prefer the voices?
Oh, I think it's all fun if it's comedy.
Because you're the emoji movie guy, too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but you played a
Which so many people.
you played a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Weasel.
Mm-hmm.
But did you draw upon your personal
Bartending
relationships with bartenders that you've known through the years?
Well, I was a
Make them part
bartender
of your character. Where?
at O'Brien's Steakhouse in Chicago, Illinois, in Old Town.
Oh, okay.
And I got fired
What,
because
like
the
a-
German general
Like
manager.
around Wells Street?
Yeah,
Around
exactly.
there? Yeah.
Literally. And I got fired because the German manager, the GM, who's German, got upset that I was talking ill of him behind his back in Spanish to the kitchen staff.
Okay.
And I
so
was.
He was multilingual.
He could just tell that we were pointing at him and laughing.
Oh.
No,
That's
they had
just
so
subtle.
they had such great jokes about him, and I speak Spanish fluently, so I was just joking around with him, and I think he got upset about that. But I thought
Did you like being a bartender? It's kind of like being a performer in a way.
I love it, and I think a lot of people say, well, I tried being a waiter or a server and it didn't work for me. I never could do it. You ever hear people say that where they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I
give
don't
it a
think I
shot."
could ever hold all the plates or keep all the tables in line. Yeah, no. I can't
Yeah,
do that.
and so, but I think I was not the greatest waiter, but I still was getting it done. I could have become good, I think. And that is a little performance too when you first introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm a great bartender. The great thing about O'Brien's is nobody ordered cocktails. So I had a little bartender book. It's like bartenders like a helping hand or just something ridiculous. And I had that on hand. But when people ordered drinks at O'Brien's, there were no mixed cocktails. The most mixed cocktail was a martini. And I'm pretty good at making a martini. I've made one or two for myself. Right? No? Okay. And so I loved working there. I was pouring scotch and doing what you're talking about, which is getting to know the person, and one of my favorite stories about it is this guy came in, he ordered a very expensive scotch, sat down, he's by himself, older guy, and I was talking to him, it was going great, and he just seemed like he was just a neighborhood guy, went there at least once or twice a week, whatever. And I went to go grab some more ice for him, and I came back and he was asleep in his scotch.
Oh.
And I had never seen anything like that. He had fallen asleep, sort of with his head resting on the glass. And I turned to the other people working there. I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" They're like, "Oh, he's fine. His wife will come and get him, or he'll wake up. He comes here every Thursday and does the same thing." And I just thought that was so funny. And it, for whatever reason, in that moment, I realized like you don't hold people to the standards that you think they should be held to. Just let them hold themselves to their own standard. He's living his life. Everybody else got that. They understood it. They're like, "What's the big deal? He fell asleep in his scotch. It's fantastic. He's gonna wake up, tip you $100, and you'll see him on Thursday."
It's TJ Miller who's with us, and we'll be right back. Okay, TJ Miller, comedian, actor, entrepreneur.
I am an entrepreneur.
With us here at Q104.3. Just very, very quickly, fill us in on what's going on with your peanut butter company and your hot sauce company.
I love it. You can get everything at TJ Miller. Does not have a website.com. Used to be on Amazon, but they are, I don't even know how to say it. I mean, they just...
So don't say it.
You felt that there might be better places for you to merchandise.
Well, okay. Yeah. There we go. I don't know how much you're involved with them. But I took it off, and it's on my own proprietary
except
website.
For them charging me for Prime membership, I'm not really involved.
I'm afraid that Jeff Bezos is everywhere.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I'm afraid.
I saw him in the lobby. But
but you have your own line of peanut butter and
TJ Miller does not have a website.com. You can get on there. We take Google Pay, Apple Pay. Oh, yay. And it's great. It's TPB&J Peanut Better. And I've got my 3 delicious flavors: dark chocolate coconut. That one's for the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got cherry chocolate with real dry cherries, milk chocolate, and honey roasted peanuts. And then my favorite is toffee crispy with toffee, milk chocolate, and Rice Krispies.
That one's
and
real
then
good.
you have with your hot sauces some titles that we can't even say on the air.
Exactly right.
But
I've got
blank intense ghost pepper type blank.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them.
Fill them in, kids.
Mad Libs.
Yeah, that's for the pepperheads. That's a ghost pepper hot sauce. Very good, but very flavorful. And because I don't like heat without flavor. Then it's just a gimmick, right? And so I really wanted a ghost pepper hot sauce that you could taste the flavor of ghost peppers because they're delicious peppers. It's just most people only use it for the heat. And then I have one called Extreme Gangster Heat. That's kind of got Trevor's name all over it. That's sort of your everyday hot sauce, kind of Tabasco done right. A habanero sauce with some jalapeno. And then the one that I was using yesterday with my wife was Chipotle. And we put in a queso dip. It's the least amount of heat, but it's got that smoky Chipotle flavor, and that's great. So we were just dipping with it. We didn't use it for anything sexual or anything like that.
Okay, and now...
I was wondering. Thank you.
I wasn't No, I wasn't.
You
Maybe
weren't?
you were. No, I
Okay,
wasn't.
with
I
me.
wasn't. No.
Right?
No.
At least
Not
three
hot
of us
sauce.
were.
Not hot sauce.
Right?
Not hot sauce.
Not
Peanut
hot
butter.
sauce. I wasn't thinking
The
about
peanut butter.
Not hot sauce.
That's different.
Okay, now.
Dried cherries.
Now, shameless plugging because you've got shows in our area tomorrow night and Friday night. You've got 3 shows. Tomorrow night, 1 show at 7. Friday night, 2 shows, 7 and 9:15. And you're going to be in beautiful West Nyack.
I love it. East Nyack is terrible.
That's called the Hudson River.
Yeah.
That's why.
You know what? The cost of living is great in the Hudson River, but it's dangerous. I can't, we all know it. Yeah, West Nyack's great. I haven't been to this club in a while.
It's Levity Live.
Levity Live. They're in West Nyack, just an hour outside of New York City and about 8 hours from Portland, Maine. But it's just a great, it just is a great club, great people, and I'm excited to be back.
And your humor, your performance on the stage
My dance.
is very unpredictable, from what I'm told.
You never know. You just absolutely never know, because I'll improvise entire sets.
Well, that's what I mean. You, among other things, improv is part of what you do.
Yeah, I started as an improviser. I always find this really boring, but I that's why I like telling it. But I grew up in high school doing improvisation, and what happened was the drama classes were like half nerdy theater kids and then half kind of gang members, because it was the easiest way to get
Credit for
yeah,
things?
exactly.
Okay.
Because if they wanted to graduate, they have to do drama. They would just go totally stoned and just watch us white kids kind of jump on stage and do our sillies. And it was really weird because you had this kind of built-in audience that was that, and then the other kids.
I'm picturing Annie for some reason.
And some, I don't know why, but and some of the kids kind of Melody Duggan, the drama teacher, she would sometimes show up and she wouldn't have anything planned. And so she would kind of go, all right, you guys improvise. And these were block classes. So they were 3-hour classes. And so sometimes we would just go in there and we would improvise for 3 hours. And a lot of the kids got tired of it after a little while. And so then there were really like 3 or 4 of us really hardcore that would just improvise for a full hour on stage. And we would do that over and over and over again. And it made me a really great improviser before I graduated high school. And then when I went to improvise and do comedy in college, I was already way ahead of everybody else.
That sounds like a terrific teacher that you had.
Yeah, no, she was amazing. She was really encouraging.
Okay, so find out everything you need to know at tjmillerdoesnothaveawebsite.com.
And order some peanut butter. Don't be afraid.
Which is probably the best website address I've ever heard.
It's hard to
Thank
argue.
you.
And not TJ Miller on TikTok and X. And Instagram is @teenagemillionaire.
That's how I used to dress. I still do.
Okay.
A little bit. What about the artist formerly known as Twitter? Shouldn't we start calling it that?
I feel like people would understand that more.
Levity Live
so
in
funny.
West Nyack tomorrow night and Friday night. TJ Miller, thanks for coming by this morning.
Thanks for having me. What's new with you?
Well, what's new?
You're talking to Pete Townsend tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, of course.
Have you spoken with him before?
Yes.
Is he one of your favorites?
Yes. How can he not be?
I mean, he's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, of all time.
Is there anybody that you get where you nervous to talk to him?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Lots of them.
Is
I'll
it
be
me?
honest. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen you get like nervous.
You don't know how I'm
nervous.
feeling inside.
On the inside?
On the
Ah.
There's only one.
What you know? What though, Trevor? What you're saying? I think this is. I was interested in this too. Is you don't really get flustered. Is there really anybody that you get flustered talking to?
I don't get flustered because I'm afraid of being flustered. So I have to hold the frustration in.
Frustration. That's trademark.
Okay.
Jim Kerr. But
TJ Kerr.
yes,
Yeah, Kerr is the Scottish singer.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I was talking about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can you tell me, is there ever anybody that you have prepared so much for because you were did you didn't prepare at all for me, but is there somebody that
Yes,
you're
I
like,
did prepare
I have
for
to
you.
prepare so much
Yes,
for
but
this
then
person?
I throw it all. But then I usually
You
throw
do?
it all out
Because you're an improviser.
Well, because the way that it works is you engage in conversation and you listen to the person who's talking,
Yeah.
and then you respond to that and you follow the conversation naturally wherever it goes.
So
if you have a bunch of questions, that's an interview. I don't like interviews. I like conversations.
So I was just going to say that. Do you consider yourself more of an improviser or an interviewer?
I'm not an interviewer.
Yeah.
Did I just interview you, or did we just hang out for half an hour?
We just hung out, and then, you chastised me.
The
at
only
end.
thing I said was don't swear.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
That's not even interviewer at all, by the way. That's just a commander. And then what do you do when you I know I'm trying to keep you on air. That's what I'm trying to do.
You also have to realize he's a human clock.
Oh, I know, right? Is there anyone who you don't have to tell me who, obviously, but if you had any interviews where just from the first 5 seconds of it, I mean, just the first minute, you're like, this is so bad. I got to figure out how to get through this.
Yeah, it was a comedian that I won't name. It was in the 1980s.
Put your
It was
hand
in the
down.
1980s.
Yeah.
He sat down in the chair in the studio, and I greeted him. I said, good morning. I introduced him by name to the audience. And then he said, why do you have 666 on your forehead?
He said that to you?
Yes, on the air. And I didn't know what to do after that.
The 80s, man. Crazy times.
Anyway, it's
Yeah.
8:30. We got to go. TJ Miller.
Oh, cocaine and 666.
Thank you for hanging out
Jim
with
Kerr
us.
Show. New York's classic rock. Q1043.